we can reverse the entry as a country. Enyaba, sa freno helicopters na.
Don't forget and one the Musa editor and Shui from Akostumbo to Afram Plains and until for like 1.5 hours all over Afram Plains, you know, as I take another 45 minutes at the back.
Okay, into what they call and I'm the buyer. Namia Dum or Dumbe see pepe. But honorable, who said the sound of the engine, Enkoyeno, did you make any reports?
In actual fact, at that time, no, I couldn't have made any reports because the people I would report to are the experts on the ground, and they are the expert engineers who were also in the flight with us. Into when I was complaining.
Honorable, I feel that. Honorable, idea, and so what you want to do, baby. And Tinyamia Wadumoa, mu take it off. Moko lande, mo sanso take it off, mobile lande, you know. Nyamian abam ho bai. But who said the shape of the helicopter no enye. So you could have, you know, tell anyone in authority and bibisa. I mean, your voice.
Don't forget, I was on that flight with the majority leader.
Okay.
That's the leader of government business.
Okay.
The leader of the house. And more so, a few weeks before then, the defense minister was in the parliament, on the floor of parliament, to answer questions on the state of our aircrafts, mainly the private aircraft, the presidential jets, and then the discussion zoomed into these helicopters are Ghana Air Force for war. And I remember very well, say, Honorable Maneboama stated, the state of our aircraft in the possession of Ghana Air Force is nothing to write home.
Not just on no crack or parliament, right?
Okay. That's question time. Okay, say most of the aircraft we have in possession of the Air Force, they are not in good shape.
Okay. Okay, Omanya bibi amfa ho. Then ono asanso Kufour sa helicopter no. Right.
Yeah, so that is had been my cry. We are more of a curative minded than preventive minded. These two words will never depart from my mouth until if I can do my little, or we all can do a little to change the situation of this country. Say ye too kind bebre. Obe who say engineer engineer bibi who like a machine. A new one cry. A na said say every 1 hour, every 2 hours. As I say, checking the efficiency of system now. But what shall you maya? As I say, oh, wait there, Sisia nearby. Oh, Sisia mono, engineering. So we are waiting for a crack, a malfunction, a dysfunction.
Hello.
And this is what Ashanti Regional Minister Kyei.
Mada and Juma over the past 2 days. Now I see Kufour say on car in.
Yeah, I mean, one video called viral. When now we bought Honorable Kufour Amani. I don't know, say Amani na we born there, but the shock in his face, Nipa Bebrena who say Biane Amani and na we born. At what point during the event, and I would say Aseni.
And I call at the program now here church and the intelligent operative that can say this is the signal what picking. You see, the chariot and the original stage national, we were a bit disorganized and a normal national anthem. And it took a time before we even realized the normal national anthem.
Yes.
And just as the national anthem, now I have to do it to Honorable Kufour. And at that time, we didn't have the full picture.
Yes. Whether
it was emergency landing or it was a crash or whatever the details of it may be. At the same time, we didn't equally want to create any panic whatsoever to disrupt the process. The reason why we had to manage it well, so that until we had the full details, there wasn't no need to cause any panic.
Yeah.
And the circumstance,
And I think one other video, so and say from event, one kasa personally, Efro, Bepono or Brofu Yedruho. Why did you go through all of that? Ade.
So, Nikodru, forest no.
Yes.
Now the narrative is with the free forest no copy for national emua. And briefing the mama say work life in you ashes. It's in Kayenja na later rescue team and but I catch you say Enipa me doctor, it takes a while before say body na bit completely bit and between the time I news, anytime you could do or you could still say definitely you can recover some of the remains.
Yeah.
So I felt say audition.
That's true.
I can't just say the forest some uncle for myself omonko. Ebianka me my age Bianca is reasonable. But I'm young. And we have to mobilize the community youth together with security personnel to try and then see what we can do. And thankfully, we were able to get at least almost the 8 ministers and we were able to get all 8 of them. At least say our ability to bring these bodies down will lessen the pain to a larger extent than say, let's say, what this just to believe it that like that. So that was the reason why I needed to lead and make sure we will get these things done on that same day. And also, mind you, if we had waited a day before, definitely decomposition would have started.
Yeah.
And it would be difficult to even go into that thing, which would create a lot of issues. So my instincts told me that we had to do everything that day and just that time and make sure anything we needed to do to make sure they down, we will have to do that.
Yeah. Some criticisms of how they were carried. Say Yadu Omagu bottom any other. There was no other alternative at the time, I suppose.
But at the comfort of home and at the comfort of where you are there, you may see and then you may pass your comments, which I don't judge anyone.
Sure.
We were the players on the field. As at that time, that was the only option we could explore to be able to make sure we brought our people down.
Yeah. But this criticism about video on social media, what Jen is saying, what do you think about criticisms now, Abano?
So we are now in a learning process. And as you see, I am very busy to manage all these social media platforms myself.
Yes.
And you have to receive a call, say, this issue on your platform, can you have a second look at it? And say, complete details.
Okay.
And I just have a review at it. Yeah, I have to ignore it. Yeah, I need to make repairs. I needed to do that. And most of these videos, some audio page, they are videos that others than I and I'm pursue on more platforms. And then the administrator loaded it. But be as it may, we are all in a learning curve. Whatever the issues become, you look at it constructively and see how best you become a better version of yourself.
That's true.
So Farouk, our hub question Obusan say enti enema eye kromafo ne nipa bebre e call field na accident no esie na ebi mo esisa parts ni bi kromafo ni bi kura part ni bi ne bi ye de omo pe ina impo Ashanti regional minister and ba announce about black box aeroplane mo record the sound record the flight proceedings ni nyina no Ashanti regional minister na ebe release say omo hu black box no e den na armed forces ye ene said ye omo sisa bodies no egu koku bottom
said the car inya accident said the ship or vessels inya accident no aircraft inya accident. The big deal of it is the fact that aircraft is the most safest means of transportation as compared to anything, including car. Aircraft in a country, Ghana, me know who said the big deal and how are taken as a result of one single and now one aircraft accident. Compared to on a daily basis, even as Yekasano pay, 267,000 kilometers square country called Ghana, 16 regions called Ghana. If the statistics is there to prove how many accidents do we get on the road, how many accidents do we get across the nation, region level, regional level, district, metropolitan, even in the city, I claim lives. How do we even treat that one? How do we see that one? Does that mean, say, accident, carnage on the street, gory accident here, gory accident there? In a year all long, Ghana in Africa, I've always said, Ubeyi Nigeria film because of the size and the numbers. But averagely, yenya accident, almost every other country. And say accident about for the first time, and your first time, I think said there was a history or certain records to say since 1972, yenya 4 military accidents. Nyamini ye aircraft, a machine, NMUM, your airport, yenya any major crash. Nyamini ye flights are Air Ghana, yenya major crash. Nyamini ye diniye. Cote d'Ivoire, Moma experienced a major commercial aircraft, which was Ethiopia Airlines some times ago, Equator, Abidjan Beach Hall. Several countries on the continent, Egypt, or experience be. And one would say, among ourselves, a year dear and a bang, but helicopter accidents is American military, Australia military, UK military near that day. Yeah, na bigger scale because of say any commercial jet. What is this? Your mom pay say being see, but we can also say the country cannot be fortified. Say indefinitely say be a incident be it is a Emma. The idea is say obi aso mpese emra ewo no so ana ensi ono so. That is where we are now. Now, yen hwe say e den ni betimi advert. And then the accidents neighbor. One, machine itself, the technical ability. Machine itself, the maintenance culture, the Air Force itself, sign almost service machines. And yes, the human error that could also trigger on a part of any pilot. There's also another side of it as a human error. The experience of also a pilot in terms and at the time or no pilot in any crisis. And this also comes to bear because your pilot to be also have fly 38 years, 40 years in the air or celebrity is from Abra single incident. And also it has to do with the experience, it has to do with the machines we use here. In the case of the urban, many worry, enemy disturbances, and say, we can reverse the entry as a country, but when accident of an aircraft occurs, the next thing that comes on the mind, our mind, is the safetyness of the other and the future for such thing to happen. Yanka safetyness, yanka safety in oneself. That is my biggest concern. You're addressing the issue, the root cause of the particular accident. Yeah, sadly, we cannot. But we cry the M11 as I am, he said, Yinya Sofu Bianca said, or call a hokra kunyani womu. Said in the case, yenya yeba, yes, sister in your baketwa, your friend, your friends, ebony, we are. Where I say, did not go too much of Kyei, suffer some kwakunyanin. Castro incident by where I say, you huna, ya confirm, say, ye jidis wound, yenya sofi biso consume sako yinaba. But we there, thank God, omentimi obian cancer. But now back to the issue of rhetorics. And the issue of technical people who supposed to be speaking on the issue of this accident. Yentesa technical side. And in the media who y'all said, to me, I would say, the Ghana Air Force, they've really disappointed me. And I believe so as many other Ghanaians. And of course, clearly, the Air Force commander must come up. He must really sit up. He must really address the issue. It should not take, excuse me, a politician be or tiny baby. They can talk about the political side of it. They can talk about, yes, the emotional side of it. They can deal with the death side of it. A military is defense. They are the defense of the nation and they defend the country. Omno personnel. It is a problem about defense side that all of us are in jeopardy, all of us. Because aircraft, you know, you are soldier for more Ghana army. I've been to an aircraft in Muda. But sa helicopters, you know, Ghanaian politicians are for the military, na ye womadiano. I repeat, sa aircraft na ye friend helicopters na Ghana army armed forces will use you. Woman ye perfo ye politicians. Ye the fafunu e the north, eko Kumasi, eko bebia. Ye the ye nyamenyina in the good name of politics. Inti hono na assembly ni say, e den the bitimi the problem naba. Ye benya a very bad communications from the radar control or flight control tower. Se wo betima kasa flight ayira. Flight ni yira wo hin. Flight ni yira breben. E bibe na hu se flight na yira. Na himfa na be suspect say na flight na ebewo at the time unya notification sa yira. Flight ni yira 912 now see 2 year na. 912 ye kasa flight that take over. That is the time we free landway no so an tarmac where you need tire free so. Wa pejani mu. I don't know how the time. Enye time or ye na dwen say or call or boase adanse na adanse nemum at that time no 912 na schedule time in the 912 no take there be technically aviation records no 912 your time no apagya mu awie inti yanhwe time de beto ho flight na yera inti pratt ni yira no we just skeleton news just like that why na ka say military spokesperson I stand to be corrected if the name was not mentioned. Say captain or squad or whoever, Veronica Ajo. Say Ghana Army or Air Force have lost their helicopter, which is a dancing bound. Me pacho, some message no they ban. Is that how to deliver a message in such crucial circumstances? It comes with details. It comes with times. It comes with records. Because Ghana Kotoka International Airport, Air Force for Nomudia. Ghana Civil Aviation was a manager of the airport. And Ghana Police. And what the UNITA or control the airspace of Ghana, flight, Friday say, control towers, radar tower, tower, yawo omsuna control. Let's get the impression say, and ya only Ghana aircraft na ye namho aircon helicopter no kwa. As we speak now that we are talking, there could be over 100 or 50 or 60 aircraft, passenger aircraft, all fly the space of Ghana. Ghana is not in isolation. We're international partner of the airspace. Into flight to be HM, Ako Nigeria, and we'll feed the other side, Sahel neighbor, over Ghana. The same thing a flight to be America from somewhere in Asia. But you're saying,
oh, Missy, near Okanyana, no songs of Mayanga, Okan could see them aircraft, no, then
make up say aircraft net two.
Then
yes, yeah,
young Kobe before
aircraft net two. Yes, yeah, military say. Aircraft time military at that website say aircraft na irano na aircraft na share Into investigation and the bemi who they see. Thank God, some of us raised the issue on my platform. Say aircraft here, they can't want some black box. Now they mdi who ya and say in the future, nyame masa be mabim. But Air Force man and phantom team say helicopter here, yeah the helicopter and the sheshe. Say helicopter top format, yeah the helicopter and the coho. Me who as we speak. Say I'm Ghana Air Force, parachuters, paratroopers, and the army, uncle coding up. Emma a fine set, and then investigation, a bit reveal Timamu for 1 year hono, at area hono, a course son, and not DNB, a coffee bibi. Now, Metan Chaps said the mode and the modus, ye far so causes the body of the departed souls. Thirdly, Naya Air Force. A defense minister, politicians, anybody, anyhow. Na country ni any airbag, any body bag. This is somebody's. Any body bag. Ye timid decently. This is nipa. Na a military for a you duty no. Omu kura camera and omu video and a team phone a song. Sadiano as a country yen chaso. Name we are all keenly waiting. Say and then black box, which is a equipment, you know, the information, yenya, yabeti DC, now of course, Ghana, any analyzer, any stimulator, and me analyzing or ha. Ebeko Paris and Ebeko America, we believe it's a course. Omuma such findings, you know, Ghana 40 DC, Ebushia 4%, Ghanaian 4%, Air Force Nasun Kese, MPS, politicians, you. And no Pahua. In the future, who communicates on technical issue? Information be any penny. Ghana Police Act, it seems 146, establish this particular thing, air incident, anything about airport police station. Yaya drill several times we see a rescue operation. When they involved, the police involved, army involved, aviation involved, other collaborators, collaborators involved. Me pacho e we haven't seen the rescue team. Headed by Ghana Civil Aviation and the Ghana Airport Police. Yenti Ghana Airport Police. But you were rescue unit. Our country Ghana Airport Police di marketing because our airport was. Into rescue operations, di marketing yenti bibia. Yanhu police homicide unit. Say womu neye a specialized military homicide unit or yes specialized forensic or investigated or me as I say woman the causes and casino. Name ye benya as a regional minister and ever validated say womu black box. Sanya mano enuntina black box here. So be fire and okoye mistake a day even screwdriver for Kana what this sources. And this also means see from or that matter no one. Me mom den na ni hia me. But we see means from that is okay. And near my mienu a hian say, ye nim ye see ye. And near my mienu hian say, Air Force 4, so me Air Force there. Yes, we no I expose wom. I expose wom to say, Air Force and man for helicopter and call. I'm here who say Air Force member ATTC. Ye who say soldier for the accident site and a crime scene. And that's a scene now event, you know, or keno, near coding off, near Matima Munibia and Kobanko for the Nia, Nebanchaba, any Yiniyama. How can we know which have raised an issue? Say, it be quite non-friendly fire being a hate flight. You know? How can we know into say a particle and I said a chance in be meta be that baby? The even shifting from the place that it is, you know, could also distort such an investigation. Thank God, the design of aircraft, a helicopter, and most aircraft, you know, a bottle design. I physics. In Tiatoa, Nitino, and then the bigger shape in the bit my brain, bit my book. But Nitino, no, it's so strong, say, it just share a survival. Machine bought for my, you know, who to baby, a honor black box on the ship. Now, call for a woman need any idea. A woman yet Ghanaians, men fans say almost support and almost help incident. Abra young who soldiers in police or home. Almost so we man no me piato her. Almost so we man no me piato her. But even so, far, aviation investigators, accident investigators, but a machine position can give a clue as to what would have happened or what happened in the air and send a machine a better form. And these are the critical issues, sir. Me raise it through medium. Once again, say, remote flight control unit. monitors na what a radar no o meche time machine 2 year baby anu adura o messe na baby o adura no o messe no free radar no so no e den na air force so ye say winim ni routine anu woko enti nke say air force no pagya ni mu with another troops na mo follow up ene na ma ye soldier the soldier sem you God forbid say o helicopter take crown now the second one abekwa manatia you got to do it o manye die hu ya ni say o mutimi hu nyansa enya ahoden kofa skeleton the buy. That is not what we were looking for. That is not what we are losing. Into investigation process no to me no if it's as a country no I expose him handling of the skeletons or the bodies as a country I expose him. Then again Ghana for year PhD courses in forensic as your friend is saying forensic courses. Tech will be a Kevas will be a Legon will be. Yeah, we need party specialists. Yeah, what pathologists? And we are telling ourselves, say, forensic pathologists be any the whole country. Obetima pinch it. Obetima examine say bone weight is related to this bone. That bone is related. Then what is the purpose of your kolebuni konfanochi? What is the purpose of your pathologists? What we experience? Or not 37 military hospital. A military hospital. Or military hospital or Kumase, a konfanochi or 4 BN. Or 2 brigades. I full battalion or now the next close. Maybe I will be Timako. Regional minister mom and them. What was the 2BN doing? What was the commander doing? We didn't see that. Where military war and your military and a fine body. Defense military war and a military and a fine body. Other than Amudi Sebi, skeleton, Edia to Sebi, farmers and Womoson. Now, and what Ghanaian culture and the chase Sebi will be where the initial bottom. Omi Kuku, and as you know me a bunch and a cassava. These are the issues, sir.
Now reconcile Ghana forces and a flight control unit, Ghana Civil Aviation, a sang about. When you say, about a bayan tamodo, it's an say, investigation, net is where we be never out. In the union is a sarcas and tamoso, it's an say, at a say, what your investigation, you know, and San Wong, Sanya Main, you know, will raise in 1 year investigation, Besum na or the answers are brand since then will be the Kangaba.
Abba, we are not kids. I'm sorry to use the word. Countries of the world, Air Malaysia Airline, Olusu 370 passengers, or Russia site. Several passenger accidents, passenger commercial flights. Within a matter of seconds, accident in the case of America, in the case of all over, flight control, and I said, flight, your friend say, radar control tower. Immediately, no man releasing the voice and voices. And into our voice recorder, our machine, and the voice recorder, no more control unit, no more dear. And the flight in Kwana out of form, and the Asia. Who won't see the not all. What are you saying? Say, too early. Ni too early, ni there. And too early, ni say, as at 11 a.m. Now Air Force now walk and say a year too early. Now the website no say air report ne missing aircraft. It's a joke. In the too early need there he say. Ni too early ni say a crash for report say about 10 na machine crash here. It's about 10 and machine here 10. Na Selano Ghana Civil Aviation air report say the machine is out of your radar. What are we talking about here, Buffer? Young Chan Breben in aviation accident. Aircraft accident. Nobody has patience to wait. We're talking about families. We're talking about people. In Asia, the only investigation that comes after is the black box. But initial investigation, you can't tell me it doesn't happen like that. Please bear it in mind. Whichever way you look at it, it is not too early. We needed to know time will lose contact with the aircraft. You can't tell me, say, 1 man time, no, and I will be chain, I'm a radar control for, and a black box, no, a message, baby, say, time I will lose. We want to find out who made the error. We want to find out, or communicate here now. There is no way, even a pilot, or what, even, or what, when you crisis in the air, no matter how, or no, a machine, air scale it down. Technically, when you control, when you say machine, you call Sabi, Yami and find the crunch and Wuku, or back or back the problem. no radar control, they should have it. Unless they are telling us flight navigation system lucy name on flight navigation system lucy and no way and that's whatever radar control no, they couldn't control to tell him say who low and now high and now east and now you are close to mountains. A hundred dear Samri no and Kaba, nobody has time to waste. Medical culture say the police act has established a rescue our airport. Woman drill several times every 2 years. Be no more yet. And she will team no order that team no one abekasa. And to me no me na yet to move for and I say if you see any technical people, you don't need to sit. The only thing we will wait, they should not wait until say yeah bet black box. No, they have their information. And now I'm control tower. Chair and China say President Krakoye day or overhaul the navigation system. And I've said and I've mentioned say and no dear Ghana penny for Medomina dear say yeah airport control tower, flight control tower through hono. Yeah, have machine radar no echo up to Nigeria. Nigeria for the Nuha. Echo up to Wagadugu. Mbobusa womu. And the flight to be our airspace of Ghana Biano, into a flight, at the day that day, no other flights and lose on the radar. Yeah, who other flights are miss on the radar. Now Air Force now take climate can so on now. Only radar control for a monitor 24 hours. So flight in Iran 11-hour reported flight missing. 10 o'clock now flight in Asheville. These are the questions.
Idea we are bay. If you see politics won't treachery, can Casabia wounds political undertones. Na and no them.
Okay. Ghana, ensure I know politics. Ensure why would do why you know freedom crown you do politics with it. Oh, I said one in that country, baby, I do know. So on any better crowd politics room. And unfortunately, it has become a canker, it has become a sickness, it has become an illness, it has become so many things. The country, I would say, is wrongly adjusted. In other words, maladjusted. Wrongly adjusted, say, this is a very fine nation. We wouldn't need any rebellion, terrorism, we wouldn't need any uprising. We need mass uprising in several years. What go through the phases of revolution, I ended the phase of revolution, and your fourth republic, I could night government without any single major uprising. Regardless, I handle power from 1992 successively to other governments. Now, on the political side, the politics head of the country is not the executive, the presidency, the political head, and where politics is played, the football stadium of politics is the parliament. That is the representation of the political space of the entire country. 276 parliamentarians represented the Ghanaian 276 constituency. Beautiful. Country bang on the African continent. And the parliament and parliamentarians are about 60%, all of them seasoned lawyers, except Ghana. Country bang, and to say a country bia, ye serious, ye. And the men in NPP, the men in NDC need the governments any development infrastructure Kenya muko jayen, Ethiopia muko jayen. Botswana mukojayen, Namibia mukojayen, serious nations on African continent, Egypt mun atra. Na yentimi nyese, ya cohesiveness be. Na ya parliament ni mienu, this country is ripe for what is called maybe union government or is ripe for senka. Yentimi two parties in interest African country ni ya bre. Politics na dosun. We cannot run elections like the China communist system run where Tim Shababy a China or in the country I could do. Monarchy systems a kingdom where baby o makudu. Yeah, they are your democracy nasi. And to the men, a woman in our classmates, the sad aspect of it is say, Uko parliamenta, now at the committee level, so Ghana schools bear 10 home students in go parliament. The Opoku warriors, the Prempers, the this woman na yet nam for. And they agree and disagree. Say your developmental plan as I come to a point. Say our country no say no. Yankee humum, yanti ehwase, yenya work out, yen deal with the country's issue. Now the whole can say about politics. Yes, which here remarks in Ibia. It is only sad and very heartbreaking. Say a legislator. Our parliament now we can say and we see Amian to aircraft. This all has to do with the division. The way a parliament. Now, if the country is focused, and if the parliamentarians are focused, and if the political space is focused, president and the manager, short-term manager, but parliament remains there. Anything your parliamentarians, ordinary parliament as about for 31 years. Tell me, Ghanaian president, what's not 31 years? Your parliamentarians are only a season work for 4 terms, no, or you say 16 years. President Ben did 16 years. So if you're talking about where laws are made for the land, it is the parliament, which we know. And then a parliament say you agree on consensus. You agree on one developmental plan. You agree on one infrastructure plan. You agree on one defense plan. Papa, Ghana on spending in defense. Ghana is defense. Quote me.
Are we
very poor in terms of material
and young culture? Is it intact?
Your culture ban now can answer me. But you also your culture ban.
Yeah, maybe says in your queen now would are we united as a people?
Are you listening? The beautiful thing of this country is that we are divided at the political ends. But united as a country, there is no country on the continent of Africa that is united more than Ghana. I've had a chance and I've worked with international organizations all my life. There's no continent of the world I'm yet to visit. There's no country out of 54 countries in Africa. I know about 52. I know almost everywhere in Europe and as well as if you're talking about country unity, cross-tribal marriage, cross-racial, not racial, cross-tribal marriage, cross-clan marriage, Ghana tops all. Your friend, religious tolerance, Ghana tops all. And intina, excuse me to use as a reference, and tokwasi bokwa intime eskeleti enko frapra land, bogatanga, and tokwasi intime nko dagumba land, and tokwasi intime nko ha. That is how the strength and the strongness of our cultural system no settings in here. In Konya Lavanyo, Omako how many years? Chance walk more than next and Omonte. Frafre ni wari asanti wari within. It is all over. Ghana parliamentarians not on. Kwanam koye roko, how many of them now are in a tribal person? Women now are different tribe until the country is strong. You strong culture. You're not your handful, any religion, your friends, your traditional settings, and they keep this country. Politicians are trying to divide the country. It has never been. Ahead of politics, ahead of elections, with all remarks, the country is still united. You election, the country is together. Ebaya womusuno sabi nipano for NDC for Nkwandesu Obiesu Vice President, look at how or call her former Vice President. Do only other political divide, but don't let them do. The country has a strong culture. Your politics any strong culture. Your politics any strong tradition. Your politics, and it is too immature, which we are forcing to say we are mature. We are not. So we need to rediscover and go back and try to say, nature your politics in here. Because we see politicians, cry remarks on the floor of parliament. I'm sorry to say, they're too immature. A lot of them, I will use the word blankly, said they don't make even sense. Some of them don't make even sense. Yeah, they don't make sense.
Immature,
they can't. That is our culture, and don't see a problem. No
children, are they kids?
Me say, well, I'm just saying, okay, then we need political maturity on the floor of parliament, and they say, Mitimika. We need political maturity. We need mature presentation. Anything a country in the do we have to? Also, them Galam say yes. Do we as a country 6 years, 8 years or so of independence? And Kauji say Galam say 1 year. Nipa say na wu Galam say go to smaller nations or mine to say Ghana, Sierra Leone. You more than 50 years in advance in terms of development. Sierra Leone question the mining laws. Question the Guinea the mining laws. Kwasha Botswana and the mining laws. For share South Sudan o mining laws. Into system here and come maturity a him fan ye laws from parliament. And then tina one single issue. So the root cause of this accident, Galamsey. Yes, responsible.
They've made a lot of decisions. We're a human institution, we make my mistakes. But I know trust one man way born out of immaturity. I know they know.
Papa, me can say any more greater part. Tell me, Obeka Kumasi Road at Wansem. How many times any at Yalanchi? How many times Niaji grants? How many times Niaji? How many times Niaji loans? West African Highway, Takradi Road, Nipa Wusucha country, Ibiawi Kumasa, that comes next. West African High Road, other countries, have you visited Cote d'Ivoire in recent times? Go to Cote d'Ivoire. Hassan Ouattara, I may not support the political democracy system. But Koshe Nyama, why 15 years, country of free war, compared to Yenya 32 years. And still counting of your friend is saying democracy, a democratic government. It is also me and I'm saying, and I'll say it again.
All right. And Mr. Wahab, yeah, and the friend then the issue of roads. Nkrofo politics was asking and also why didn't you then you?
Okay. And no, then again. Roads, contracts, roads, allocation, roads that's supposed to be a legacy project. And yet, my radio, my studio, a angel, a honey, a roads contract. And then angel and I instructed government. The roads, any near message is part of a development and infrastructure agenda of a country. It is all Busamia, once again, baby, I have laws, say young roadway, a parliament. And then and then a road plan it here. Yaka every government be about or the road agenda. My roadway, ya roadway. The same parliament also somebody comes to refute the allegation. Say road now so in yenye. Yengo pictures, billboards, roadway aye. Eba yes yenye. And all these arguments, no na maybe say. So busa ye road sir. She road accident. As compared to flight accident, as you know, they in the Ghanaians from January 1st, ebepim enam no kese 9th. Nipa do send a woo on road accident. One day to me claim life of how many into road accidents and also one of the reason. And then the American found say, can we use this accident here as a way? Said now no, the politicians must assemble and gather. No, beyond find a political t-shirt in Tunchen. No more focus to say, what is our road plan? The current president, current government, NDC, MPP, are you prepared to support the agenda? Namu say open discussions. Now you created the avenue. So in a region of 16 regions, you know, every government be out baby out. Of course, there's no 100% government. So we get 3 or 4 major roads our region. CANSA. And infrastructure. And 80% of the country roads infrastructure and your program is saying we back and we are by adu middle we back the political agenda no say because for the party manifesto and running on mind. And some of us have come out to say no country has succeeded using a party manifesto. Because it's designed by certain entities within a party, and the concentration is how they will retain power, regain power, check on their grassroots, not to develop the nation to that extent. And you don't win like that. You win and succeed in money in country, whereas what developmental agenda, nobody can go out, nobody can go S. Listen, you have to stay on the plan. In this Senana do dan Kufour the government to Koyeno. It is incumbent on John Mama, His Excellency, name shoulders, as what was so. No, also been 4 years in Via, wow, also ban, also abetrans, Papa and Sanki, and Kenya hospitals will new them, and Kenya hospitals will new them, Kien Timinia and Yama, any priority be my country, but politically because our manifesto, Meso, nor the year day, at the win. Is that how we rule a country? Is that how we run a country? And Kobasa, also your question school die, as in Abra any students, Abra any teachers. any access road. It's all about politics because we want to impress the people because a manifesto niche say ya call hano ya promise or hinma or hinwi into either we like it or not as ya koye then na koye krom finfini na koye third road a chrono one end to another end name of the access road na dim classic for sebi kronima every krokase moba eno no wadu anefa so na koko fason ene de onye name wa koye abontian so light. What sense does it make? What sense does it make? Develop through an agenda of state, through an agenda of a country, through an agenda, a parliamentary approval. I will be intimate. Is that what we are saying?
Program war, Galamsey, one and one yama. Galamsey no, Okon, Yeri Disu anase,
in a country where we live in, I'll be very surprised if they will be able to root out Galamsey. I'll be very surprised, say, these two parties, if they will be able to deal with the issue. Because we have political entities. Our women in our parliament. I mean, no say a bisu program ko kwachi. Our no Galamsey site. Our watching what distance no. Ye Juma Manu. NDC ye MPP ye. Obia Obitmakasa no cre. The power of the individual living in the bush. The power of individual living in the forest. Or no benya that boldness. Obenya that kind of courage. So your district assembly, your district security, your metropolitan chief executive, your police district police command, and your regional police command, and your the chief, so traditional settings, traditional rulers. So if you have this, and your resident National Investigation Bureau officer within every district in Ghana, and you were the police commander within every district in Ghana. Police squad is so much police regions. I saw some Ghana 16 regions. Man, police region on follow an Ashanti Regional Police Command. And Tigaden FSA. So if we have all this, and you want all the regional security, and you want all the district security, and you want all this in your Mabubudin, and yes, our MP in the area. What are we talking about Galamsey here? What are we talking about Galamsey? No law. Because when to me introduce the shoot and kill. But the Musa said, Yanko Ghana jail. Your friend say, and someone Yanko Kumasi Central Prison, Yanko Ankafu, any other jails. Yanko shall nipa back was 7 jail sentence because you're to Galamsey. So what much me be? Can you show me one? Can you show me one? But then that brings you for politicians listening, say, who are country of 240 million population. We need one single political fugitive our country, we say. We need one single military officer. Why we need a group of military or police what the uniform again to say the police and come here and say no. And to say the chasela moyen. We need rebel or bush. And only terrorism or bush. We need Ansawad or bush. We need Ansadin or bush. We need Al-Qaeda or bush. We need Boko Haram or bush. We have clear bush in the UN Charter. Ghana is a green peace, green forest. They need one military helmet or bush. Into problem, they say no Timia Galamsey problem. Who give them the power? Who give them the equipment? Sebi krasi niya or no. What in a krasi? Our young boy 1 year Jumada. Oh, scared the excavator. Oh, scared the koto a year friend is saying, fine. Oscar the kotosa trommel na ya de wash it Oscar. Find the din man command. Don't we know those who give them equipment? What have they done with those equipment? Yeba ni akwaje ni ashibi ne biara. And some of us have said it's on serious country and a bayasa because who pesa Emribia, His Excellency and the government, that previous government, Onkoji Galamsey, Onkochi excavator by 500 jatu. Some of us were saying now our district assembly rules, who are feeder rules. Na monchi na monchani nyina nkogu park bi na monfama metropolitan for nya adwuma metropolis nya district assembly for nya adwuma assembly for mfa nya adwuma ye hye no sa machines na hye ne gu ono wo kwankofo se atwitwa ama obi susu de anya ska scraps country be ni enti Galamsey papa ye betima ye all kind of bibia be program bia be launch bia no it never works because We are not short of launching programs. Ghana is not short of making laws. Ghana is not short of creating commissions. Ghana is not short of creating teams, security agencies. We are not short of it. You created those things in any other country. Youth in this, youth in that, youth in this, youth in that. In our result. That is not the solution to the Galamsey issue. And you can't solve it like the way we are preaching. We can solve it only from the parliament. And instruct the president.
Mr. Cheresanto, final concluding remarks. But I issue now.
They are ministers of state. State near the in the state is the Republic of Ghana. So therefore, for my Ghana, until let's say, we are waiting as well. We are sorry, and can meet so be a more pay on the tree. Thanksgiving. Amen. Amendment, amendment, constitution. We constituency executive. That's will be back a pre MP. Or you're going to Mafia Bawumia. Going to Mafia Bawumia, the Kufour bar. That I know. But you are Monua. Or there before coffee. Or to have any. But what was the city? And in the man enter on the procurator now, Kawasam Chen or Tiwasia or Tuabama. This are as also I call the American of Trouble. What will be a better? You're not better on the vote tobacco. Your balance in the vote tobacco. What is it? It's a minion. The party moves them, the can't go. Abatono ebeto ye EMP ye presidential candidate na ye siketua we go consensus be no e bi no so fridge e dey ko efi e bi so TV e dey ko efi wo ni amamufo na TV o do TV ko ye e do television ko ye o do fridge ko ye na wono wanya bi no e ko do wo se eto aba wo vote ba ko also be ba ana me de mi amasem esusu dia because the constituency me nyina bi me to aba okro no me ko to aba no sada no edumienu na me ko se me ko to aba me ko du ho no me ko jina wa e metidu ako husi asala idea me ko jina ho nkrofo mba 10 minutes a me di ho ni pa me ni pa me to aba ana fe me ka se me ko to aba nti presiding officer na me bisa so na ni mate say ozo amanfo ba moto omo ma no bebrede na so omo ba amoto aba na me so za ti ni pa say na to aba ozo owie mu a waso 120 ti me to na ye 121 na me se ni pa say na to aba wa register no ni pa amoto aba no about 700, almost 700. About mienu. Enipa a meto about 121. And who say asem AI. If you be esi baby eto about school na chi. As if you know, me mate. I was mental school. Baby no free me. If you know. To me as me ko fi ho na me ko he o mamo. The koye ikohunu wo mo a mo ho emba nni fi ho o mo di o mo hu nkomo na me bisa so makoto aba na mo so nya nkoto ade na mo nkoto ye je ye twen kakra ye pe bibie di ansa I'm so the call will be any home. One until so calls us, remember Crambo Emma. Modu Montian, and Mokotum Browns and Modity. So, Bacoso, and a Boba Heady, and kind of French or a food dinner. You need to get the Cotona. I'm saying, no saying, and I'm here. So, in 100 cities, that's what Everton. I'm so 100 cities, any minimum 100 cities. Number 200. Number Koto Abanumra. Na baako yɛ sɛ ɔdi ama yɛ deɛ yɛ fa ho sɛsi akoto aba no yɛ sɛ wura de mo mi sɛ me no mo wi me da me na baako ka sɛ ana bɔ me nka na pɛnjɛ ya bu etim sɛ aba ne nkoto na sɛ nkoto no sa gye me 200 na tie nti na nkoto ade nti na mo sɛ nkoto ɔsɛ ɔyɛ nkoto na kɔdwo poku yɛ ne na tifi yɛ ne yiri na tifi ba mo beto edu sese mo beto aba yen yete yen nyina wo kronom dwom ye ton ne ba ye bodwa kakra yen kwa ne bo party no de wo oje poku wona ne yere sese mo wo techiman a mo ye omadwuma sika mo nya ye no makoto television ade be hye mo dem a ede no obi anti ana mato fridge ade fridge ne ko techiman nti wo de kodwo no ye wona number ye fa na number ma wo na friend so wona na yere no number beto aba no beto a ye so fi ha be di na cha koto aba asem na ye di asem na ye di e pa o mu chewa fe de ba ko mu se wo ke wo de de maka na yati se ni panu ne wa na ye chemu mienu me nsan koto mienu koto ma mo I was stunned. Let me wash me pass say and you say me if you bra Brema me buy you know Brema house for baby ya nipa no to aba me ko kwada so asana no me fa adoto ifa Brema ni road wo ebusoku wa kwa he no ekosi adoto ko du ho no mo nto aba no me ko kwada so mo nto aba no me ko pota so mo nto aba no na me hu se ade no ayi hu mai na me fra wo ntumi se chairman o he baby amone nam no how to say leader abato no amanfo nto aba no ya mu iso side e fa firi ya party no so organization it was na ya yemu no kire yen ene se na ai committees ni nyense nyina so ye ye na Ashanti national ene Frederick Conrad Adenauer ye ni nyina so be see saa de no so e be share no ma almost say elections no quite fast so yeah the campaign any resources they buy SCM from one and also can resources a bar election we know me if it's a bar party in 1997 ABC we me who be that ya chemu dukra me who be that. And so a conference bia o and so do ma ekosai baby kakana be bana I say I go warehouse I go be warehouse charges na fei obi so je handling charges e ba be do baby so obi so de VAT to so enti yani ayeka hu bi ene ma de ne basa ni anom munyina munim sa enti na me kase abano obia hu me amegyina he na wo so aba ye to abano man ko so am yago ye campaign enti okwei committee no ko so aba no mo kase o cheme sa Bonsu ono wenzia meso no kre na me ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na house to house campaign almost started for a long time almost started in the August and this guy come out 100,000 come out so we started house to house campaign I gave them money but me an kasa man ko hono me ne Bawumia no nam no me ho asaba be fa wo se nko ba ya ni pa hwa no so akoto aba no wa mani tie no so high conference ya nti obi ade kakra wo demo ko jina ko kase o oye kremoni oye muslimini oye simuni nti na yanto aba mana ne de the post ni na say entesa as oye simuni na yanto aba mana no de jo mahama so mfi abuna ofi abuna ana ofi Kufour so so yanto aba no nya bi o hapa for the first time nya bi o hapa omo kase eye wo no Kristo oye kremoni ni yanto aba mana no minia nyese ayi wo fa se prekope nje so em wo fa se prekope no o kabi o support obi fufu enya hwe enyina yenye machine enye robot we ko ha enye body emu masema woni mu no so de enka because nje so a ono wo no akamfo de doso a Kristo for de doso o ya assemblies of God ni se ne ya assemblies of God ni so you see I'm here going to be the food the general secretary was sending information ya be na make me ne nya adwo me am general secretary na me nya adwo crowd because me hu so chim ko edisi do ya na de mbasa na se me wo kan so me se nya no kore o ya me so fu pani na me na jinjinye kakra aso America me ya kuma ono wo se do me aye Kristo aye muslimi ne yesu ni ntina Ghana for to abetia na say one omo ne constituency wo e Kristo ni akanfo ne do so a Kristofo ne do so aso ye to aba no Bawumia no ye muslimi ne yesu ni onya be chen wo ye Kristo ni e ya kan o no ne constituency and how do you explain that and no chire mu say asante memu 47 constituencies ne wa say Kristofo ne do so one more do mu gina ina asante region how more do mu gina pieces no emu mi ensa pe ne nya e ma chen Bawumia ye muslimi ni no onyama a chen obia ndi sasa no mu ye fantu nchen na nya no kre anya no kre hacho let's momeka abisa for one more almost on pe say obedi ko ni so we a party constitution e kire say o pese obeye obedi ko ni mu a also nya qualification o party constitution in article 13 clause 7 nyam na make am o se so pese obedi ko ni mu a anyi bie ne wo so oba ko no mu wodi mfie nu sa asem nko an ye ka dia giri se mu amo hey ko bia qualify e boa minya o she kiki se me she bi o she yellow so papa ti mo fi what is say na je what is it papa slide and then my message on the papi slide if you not go move for the papa slide move for the papi slide papi taking over somebody pray what change what is more than thing they say no one they can also qualify article 13 clause 7a no say also dey inferior oko he b no can say from or say who person dey ko nanim no you should be of good character that's how su and oban eye I didn't know party constitution kasa okasa because say obeye mampania e mo boy say obeye mampania obeye susu dia ma o mamu ni nyina wo ko Ghana e kasa no kasa ba okasa e bo president Kufour di entisa e tusu e be di ko nanim no na Kufour e ka e tusu abin o sabe na dwimu edo entisa Kufour obeye mampania ye sure say Ghana you take census a home ka benye nipa be 3000 mo ye de mo bato Kufour adentia ope obi te say Kufour amana bana musu so to wo a de ne bato president Kufour sa sem no ntina o party constitution say nipa no be di ko nanim no he should be of good character it also means or say that person should be in good standing. Good standing on the chair say if you have to or party what you will let reduce what you reduce it's levies what you levies na fei wobɛbɔ party no ho dewu papa wobɛka nsɛm papa fi afa party no ho abusuafoɔ wɔn mu a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛdi kɔ n'anim wɔn adi mfie nu wobɛka sɛ obi yɛ adi mfie nu wɔn esu no wɔn ban te sɛn ɛnna ebigya ma wɔn bɔ party no ho dewu papa ebigya ma mo yate na ne yɛ no mo mfa me dem yɛ kristoni ne kyerɛsɛm ka kyerɛ me sɛ ne onim papa na wanyɛ no ɛyɛ bɔne ma no ɛnte saa yɛntwe break wɔ yɛ national constitution ɔman no mmara kɔn no yɛse sɛ wopɛ sɛ wobɛyɛ mampani a yɛde ɔman no hyɛ wo nsa ɔsɛ wotumi kyekyere ɔman no ɔkwan bi so sɛ wobɛma mmara ayɛ adwuma ma mmara na ɛbɛyɛ adwuma no rule of law ɛde ahotɔ bɛbrɛ ghanafoɔ nyinaa yɛdi kan no yɛtɔ so mmienu wɔ se ɔwɔ sɛ wo create equal opportunities ma ghanafoɔ nyinaa wode nhyehyɛeɛ ba obiara bɛnya kwan sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔpagya ne mu a wotumi pagya ne mu creating equal opportunities saa asɛm no nti na ɛmaa president Kufour baeɛ a wɔde health insurance baeɛ sɛ sɛ bio wonyini kɔduru baabi sɛbe ho dodo wakɔ pension woyɛ farmer koraa baabi woduru no ntumi nkɔ afom bio ho dodo wo sɛ wokɔ pɛ ayaresa nanso saa mmerɛ no wone sika nti woato susu kakra health insurance ɛkyɛ sɛ woyareda mu no wotumi anya kakra a wode bɛhwɛ wo Kufour ado baeɛ no saa equal opportunities kɔ no anti ɛna wɔkɔfa free senior high baeɛ sɛ ɛnɛ baabi wiase kɔ no sɛ wɔn anim nkɔ anim a na wɔyɛ akɛkyi na Kufour ado bi saa asɛm no baeɛ yɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa yɛ party no constitution no yɛ national constitution no ka no sɛ yɛde ɔman no hyɛ wɔn nsa economy no wɔsɛ wɔtumi manage in such a way sɛ wode prosperity wode mpuntuo bɛba amanfoɔ abrabɔ mu ne ɔman no nso asetena mu abusuafoɔ saa nneɛma mmiɛnsa yɛ constitution no ka no ɛmu oduru baa wɔ sɛ ɛno deɛ sɛ wowɔ dwen ho a na wɔdwen ho sɛ okay nnipa no a wɔba sɛbe ɔno ara n'ani so ade hu saa nneɛma no mmiɛnsa no ɛne sɛn broni sɛ ne vision ɛne sɛn na agenda for development no ɛne sɛn vision no ho sɛm ne yɛka yɛnnua no a yɛbɔ ne ho dawu Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no ne meyɛ minority leader bɛyɛ mfie nwɔtwe no bɛyɛ Kufour ado abɛbikyire no yɛwɔ minority no bra no ne yɛtena no kasa wo sɛ bia mills ne mahama abrɛ no ɔmkɔyɛ biribi ne sɛ nkɔ yi a ne waba abɔnten sɛ dɛ yɛade wɔ ɛma yɛ deɛ ɛma ɔman no wofa kwan wei so wofa kwan wei so ne bɛboa the vision of the man yɛde MPP hyɛ ne nsa no mote ne sɛ ɔkɔɔ University of Professional Studies ɛkɔ kaa asɛm kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ MPP foɔ yi ni so mamu no nso ɛte aseɛ deɛ bi deɛ madwen a mani so ade mu ni ampɛ sɛ yɛde kyekyerɛ ɔman no ni that was Mahmoud Bawumia yɛwie yɛ a yɛbɛto aba no yɛyɛ manifesto Madaroma saa mmerɛ no manifesto committee no me na ɔyi ne sɛ me naa no as the chairman of his manifesto committee manifesto a yɛyɛ no since 1992 aborɔfo no nyinaa agye to mu sɛ manifesto a yɛyɛ maa Ghana no yɛhunu bi da nti yɛwie yɛ ɛpa ho ntoma wɔ Takoradi ɛpa yɛ embassies ahodoɔ wɔ Ghana ha ɛfrɛ no sɛ ɔmɛkyerɛ ne mu we spoke with them ama mu hu n'ani so ade for the development of this country nti sɛ wohwɛ saa nneɛma no a apart from nipa no ani so ade hu no wohwɛ ɔno nso the track record na adwuma mu n'adwene ne intelligence sɛnea n'adwene mu ɛɛfa ɔno ne competence wohwɛ the experience. You're also looking at the integrity of the person. Said you also say na brabo sakasaka bi anim fi bi anini ho na ho braseɛ ne tima Bushafo, so kasa ne mani nyina abɔ mu dia. Ɛne na me a me yɛ wada se din yɛ gyina he. Meka sɛ o ma mo ba no ɛdi dɔta ba mo ba ya. O so kyɛn o mu nyina. Ti mo sɛ Bushafo, papa no the ingenious mind o na gene no oda na ya wo so. Many of us. And come on, ye dear, a young people for you, dear Hong Kong. A comedy, dear Hong Kong. And tea, and your petit mocrass. Among ye share in a young people. And will be a quite twisty as 7 hours. As MPP, and we're going to trim per se. A summer year cannon. Or no, or better as some. What would the same one car near any more wheels? Maybe Yamidi. Okay, some Nipan Kaya to us, and you know Yami has it. Now, as I'm saying, yeah, change him when I say, baby, if in ra, breach a ball, mine. Maybe I could be an answer, make us say, yeah, sorry. Now, you know, I'm a free moon. Yeah, mom piper, and my woman. I didn't hear. Ministers now, or no a free moon. We are ministers of state. Sending a constitution from we are ministers of state. They are not NDC ministers, even though we are NDC from. They are ministers of state. State by the state of Ghana, the Republic of Ghana. Tina me chire I say, a free moon. Ghana this year and a free. Ghana ne breach a boy, or my Ghana ne breach a boy. Ministers no Utala and me Manibona. The Chiremocras or Mocrano, or me, the Nam Kufour, the new woman, a warm Kitahudi. Utala, the PhD grower Yan and Army. Me, when I translate 2.5 hours, 2 days. They interview me, my Mitchell Magini, I will never be bringing home governance. Until Onumpo, someone knows say or dedicate 2 chapters to me. You are baby. That is the strength of men in Gita and a young Kufour. Managua, the same thing. A soldier for a free moon. And so they are military officers for the Republic of Ghana. Ghana for soldier for a man a training woman. I make us a bakum podia. But he said, lady, a baby swimming. The crime bench and a man of Befaso, a DD. A soldier for more play to cry, and sure. You know, crowd was a mere something from. Winty, someone's upon. Obey came a chief executive, not me MP. I'm ready, brain, call baby. A MP, a B-War, MP, MPP. Na metro chief executive na DC ni NDC ni ya na tawanta wo montem se metro no ana se DC ni MPP ni MP ni NDC ni na tawanta Samuel Sapon obeto me no wa na sa subanity ko transiting komo wadwe ye o say wo ayi commercial development they share ideas about your regional minister the same thing anti and then baby, I could be including Tafuhano, so what he buy me so my Boma. Unibabra, hobby, and as I say, hobby. Now, both stream, the Casa Cemetery, Ghana for the saying the Chinese about Jamaica, and the Yami Assembly. I mean, the man Casa, I mean, to Casa also. As one more can, the Shaman was a say, Omi and this, or from a year politics. Because I said, now I get a grand meeting. In cancer, I mean to make us.
What is against internal weapons are one model woman. We a first one who witnessed it proud to this contest. And then I will catch aspirants no more or more bar. And I say aspirants no more.
Someone, the number I make as one may come. So when you're crying, say, and if I may born who do, so I will support to know. They also support to know your choir. Upon who do. nkrofo entie bi enye mpotwa nya atempete na mo no sa asema America he say one say nipa no one dey was woni asem papa bia on dey trono no begina so atwa say the maka no one ni nya me asem that's president the ben na mati me din chen was because of his special nature, his special intelligence. Until na Kufour do man of sa akwanya where vice president po and the case meeting this Zakaria brain no mu be president dia ye nim say obetimi a chechire o man no aya kono ama NPP for you register your presence in governance strongly na fe Ghana for him say ye share NPP ye ntimi nya mpuntuo awo man Anra na mate say President Mahama say omo beye Accra to Kumasi ye beye express road ye beye dual carriage ye be fa hamiensa e ya dwempa na de ya sha say na ye no dada no wo ye nde Agyapong kan wa wo konkre bia no se oduru e fe ne say ayi kononwa mo si ada beti kwana fa kononwa chiro ekofa dwa so achi ukodru ngoko de asa ngoko de president Kufour time po ne ye sha se utranko kwa ekono so ya yele sa kodu anyinam ya yele sa kopem Bonsu junction and hono so kokosi Kibi junction no ahon so ya dia ma contract o say o sa be starting fufu nti kana o ma na bo ya yele de el shekwa ni asa ko starting fufu we need an ingenious mind to develop this country for us. That's what they're making. Say, Penisadia. One more, we are on this order. Now, media. One more, we know the parliament. We will be our wording. We will be our wording. We will be our setting. Baby, on also meaning media control. And media may catch them and say, so we will be our switch a woman. It is Dr. Mahmoud. I know a vice president. I don't know from where waiting. And a machine said, dear for waiting. And a machine. If you don't say, oh, one yadi. The 1 yard, and send you 1 yard. And you see a man a second chance. Also, you I was saying, when I'm saying history of the party, I didn't hear. Because any medical catch them. I do want. Yes, it's not because Wanyadi. It's a son because now, sir, the way you put it, send a kind of easy and the course of also limited. The one, it's just and just a Wanyadi. Everyone is changing because 1995, economy says none of them. Now, feel now what they are so tipper. And a man Kufour buy, you know, and now they are calling 96. And no, I knew my aunt or twice called. 2000 and me boy my here to me and you say what woman say obia ya to abama na me abena ya president obia ni ho ya na ko first time ba what me wani amaye nobody the Kufour comprehend asa ko President Mills Obam Prensa asa no wani Kufour do comprehend asa no wani Mama, oko fie no, oko mprensa sa no woni. Madam e kase, ani dise mo wo ni say. One is le Kufour ko ye no. Kufour no na ko contest. One is the time so ye na say on hand over no. Kufour no na ko contest on hand over man no. Ente sa. Kufour ba ye, one Mills na ko contest. Ye di kind ye to so me no, anyi yama Mills. Ani ni say Kufour do ba na ye say o, wo dia wo ye Kufour Kofi no hand over my Mills are on a contest. Mills, any Mahama, I'm going to Kufour in a contest. A more time, 8 years, no show ya, no Mahama na Abba. All call. Hand over my way, a Kufour. A Kufour was a name, Mahama na contest. A call back, first time President of Tiswa, you're defeating by 1 million votes, let me see that. him say a Kufour no ya prana your mama ya prana chi oba brenu the impress as well Kufour do free wa they breaking the 80 no 100 over 100 over man mama what na contest mama so say ba ko e ka mu no a obesa e go ye 2028 continue ko bi 100 over 100 over man over 100 over man say the ba na contest man na contest ne Bawumia maka chem so opie ni wa anima ba ballot paper no so first time I win that then before you go find nipa for the nipa say on go contest no I can say nya ya to mu say e ni go yi musu entime win and this is an attend here I na obi a na contest ya fama e lo to what is also go to I wish for ye MPP say if you UP me eboa ye UP enana UP ni gina homa de United Party chief eboa gina homa United Party we kere tia ye ni UP no e kwan be so le bai e to aba 1954 na asante ha party ya wa na ye NLM National Liberation Movement na bafu akuto ena dan ye to aba no ye call parliament am any of National Assembly ye call National Assembly e ba Mensah e dey nya call National Assembly esrem no more party bi original MPP no dey fisrem Northern People's Party wo no enipa nkonya du Mensah no munyae no call parliament they know what that's for na no na FL SD Dombo na party fufu bi o ne FL Ghana Congress Party Ghana Congress Party e to aba no omo de omo nya nipa ba nipa ba ko munya no no ene Professor Buzia omo call parliament no e contact na MPP na omo wo Northern People's Party na wo 6 no Nankra for a party near fellow Gan Sifimu Kwe. And now from Mountain or more party from Transwater People's Party. And now Rafono, I say for no so there and Long Youth Association, Youth Association or the Tea Party, and Long Youth Association Party. Amadou Baba. So what party be a friend of Muslim Association Party, never go for the map. And a Kwame Nkrumah, a Kyei Mrabi, near friend of Avoidance of Discrimination Act. Samrano, your Okaya said, and I said, the name of say, Party be a woman tem Bako, Nedi or Mamoon in your trim. NLM, there was a temple. Grafodian and Neho, and Cramen. Northern People's Party, they were Northern Ghana. And from Mountain for them. The Kwame Nkrumah, yes, I'm running. And then my parties, no, I'm going to do a Kabum. And Kabum Party, no, any United Party. I'm a Kabum, not Domboa, on any party, no, I want Mabebri or Parliament. One was your opposition leader. Now, Dombo, no, a teacher. Buzia, also a teacher, you want a university professor. Tomushia, you know. Now, don't know what you Buzia. I said, I told Parliament, which and I do, which and I do, who say, only a teacher for the announcement, your teacher in the teaching. And the way I said, the opposition party almost a muye dutia. Or no one in my door, so would you answer, Yema Buzia, and may opposition leader. Now, or no Dombono, or may deputy opposition leader. Buzia, at a show party, or your Jumapa. The Buzia form, you can't crash them, and then some will. And then Casamoya is Uncle Muno. Buzia, you contact them. Not Northern People's Party, or more and Mabibri, and Kaman and Cosway opposition. And then pass them in the air. Can you do? Dombo, which not chair my Buzia. Buzia, yeah, Juma, coming from my penachin with Janaqua Bucci. Dr. Mahmoud. Charity and the Mama say, MPP, yɛkuo no anim na ɔmfa yɛn kɔkɔɔ saa bɛ no wɔyɛ vice president yɛkɔɔ kɔn no anyɛ yi yɛdi gugu no a yɛdi yɛn akyi ɛna mmara so sɛ party no asan bie kwan sɛ obi a ɔno wɔhwɛ ne mu wɔhwɛ ne ho a ɛko a yɛbɛkɔ 2028 no wobɛtumi adi kuo no anim no ɔmfa ne ho mmra ɛna waka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛberɛ no so a sɛnea aso sensei bɛpɛ sɛ bɛsan agyina akuo no anim adi akɔsa bi sɛ ɛyɛ nyame fɛ na ɛyɛ NPP-foɔ no nso so ɔmo te aseɛ ma no bɛpɛ sɛ ɛbɛdi sɛ ne nti ɛne yɛde ɛduru ato a ɛyɛbrɛ mu na ansa no na nnuapanin maso kofi dwuma a dodoɔ no afɛ no Ghana ɔne mo kasa no wɔkyerɛ ne nkyi hɛde ba agona constituency mpanimfoɔ sɛ wodu akurɔfoɔ so a na waka ayɛ no 1992 ne yɛyɛ campaign saa mmerɛ na mene Mr. Kofi Gyamfi the Kyei pharmacy na yɛkɔ adwira atebubu yɛatoa sɛ na meka ne yɛde ba na yɛatoa no mu no na wɔ sɛ ɛkyerɛ nsɛm kakra mu ɛsiane sɛ yɛto aba no wieɛ na yɛde nkugu no nnipa bebree na yɛbɔ ɔsahene no yɛbɔ no soboɔ sɛ yɛ sɛ ɔno nko ara nti na ama yɛde nkugu ɛno deɛ kasa no yɛhwɛ yɛmpanin Bonsu senior ɛkɔm ne kaa sɛ ɔfi aburokyire baayɛ bɛfrɛ yɛn mene Dr. Anane ne Bonsu junior no ɛkɔm fi na mekae sɛ dɛ ne kurom ne fie no wɔ yɛmɔ ase kwa no so ba sɛ fie no dɛ wɔ hɔ deɛ kɔɔ ne yɛkɔɔ fie hɔ bɛfrɛ yɛ ma yɛkɔɔ saa mmerɛ mmeranteɛ Bonsu bɛdi kuo no anim TF Popular Front Party the call ko anyi no amafo bo ne so bo oh samre no nya asem tolona na di kodeni tolona na no ye chairman of PFP and Justice Taylor Committee and mo ye Victor asem no mu wie yenti no ye ka se ne party chairman ye tolona ye mane ni kodeni the total na baby beka 5 weeks ami ato aba no ena Justice Taylor Committee be sign Victor ho say onye abani dia na enye ono ma na nke nim say charge kese de bo Bonsu mukai kwefo mu mukai ne say waye yie na yie no wa betwa tax e wa yie ni say we are here na say o jensa also copy tax ai kwadu ya de bo Bonsu no say findo ana o ye I think say na maame na ne maame ne wuye na mo ye o say to no ame onyansa no mo tua nsa no tax na Ghana ha ye mre mu ye ma o gifts obi chewa de kura also copy gift tax kwadu ya de bo Bonsu no kure if you want to say ye I'm not going to say tax. I'm just saying, sir, it also your body be. I do one 1992, we did good anymore. Yanti Uncle Shua Bank is him. And no party, you say, I didn't with him. The one is a chinchim, I mean, I trust Tony invented the crown bono. A sample. Sunday, 70 one said, "Why you bracket will be a young Kufour by his name?" Kufour by 1996. Engineer winning a Kufour, Subo, who jammed by no class and to us like a winning. A fee, Binimasu, Kufour class and Tinin and Kufour Noche. A way, dear. Sa Santini Timia President that. Now Santini Bien who was in the 2 me bro. President 2-4 as well. And it is Santini Bien. Kasa libre. Kopi mi say call 2000. Yamenwa man and saso. Kufour no we are Santini as a Kufour no cha ko bi enti me. Afei dey say Kufour no cha bi kunya ne no man bi yi puma kwa mu. Say the trouble 2000. Yeah, you ma den na nyame so e man and saso. Tumi no ba. 2008 Kufour no ne ba yi. Ba yi anyi yi no. The can be good. 2012 the car doesn't get winning. There are some crack on Supreme Court. The Bonsu. And it's a neck. Say, a big cassette. Dr. Mamunia, or come move in the end. And yet, assembly Mafia, Casaka, Ebamukaka. Mr. Phone, you had drink a crowd. And he said, Casana, you can be cano. And I know a ding. Attempted tea, Basabasa. Senana, Miniaba, a bit in a hello, can. If you can somewhere, Kakura de Kunereso. Oh, you know, somehow you know, say, with the can, I want you to cry. And only a politician, no, a dear Nedipa. A dear Nedipa. The Nasramo, a Casamo, whom you share a Casai. The two baby. If you more a year no Ashanti region, a trippy face say, Pia, the 2 warrior. I don't come with now. I'm a young good. And Ashanti region committee no qua the National Committee and not Professor Kyei, a dano. And they can't the same thing. Say, Casana and Sam Fata, the 2 money home. Titru ene Bawumia no di kure nim a yenia yeso no mutete no ona na yire e ka ho bi ana amatumi na Ashanti team no ene Kyei team no de party no ene te ye wo ku ofoforo bi a ye frɛ no Konrad Adenauer Foundation ene ye Germany English sorry, I betray a friend Germany. Among the War Foundation, a friend Konrad Adenauer Foundation. Ghana, you try to be a way. If you move on 1 year, I before a semi kind. Say, Cassa, now home tia, a 2 money. I can't hold it. I'm sure for a message say, yeah, well, now. Ghana or Casano say on the NT and said, "Do one hour to Bawumia." The Bakumi in any Bakumi, Omuni Nicole, and a big Yatua Abraham say, the Sremo Mecca, Yemo, the BBI. Now, so you can't, as some furniture, let's say, was a Tia, a baby Ojina, and yet, say yes, you used to buy a anybody you know of us. And so Bakum. One and Nagin Cope, Nebuana, Jenny. But so baby, Ujina, that's also on Sakra, Nabit in a ha. Unya crying, say, Obekan be a far, Yaujian and China, and also pen on one. Can one send Papa who they will? Uncle who will be? Uncle who will be? Then Sabia, MYA. I'm sure for a lady, so to cry. Nipa ne bi e de nsem bi behyehyɛ MPP nsem obetia no ebi mo se o Bawumia oyɛ sremuni na oyɛ kremuni nti ɛna Ghana fo anto abana ansem no so eni nyina so bia ewimu na ehwe no Ashanti region ewimu a ko se Kyei ɛyɛ ewimu a Konrad Adenauer Foundation na yellow. Sa teams in Mensah nyina no. Reports are wodi aba no. Bibia ni mo musa. So yesrem ni yekramuni enti na yanto aba na. Bibia ni wo etisa. Na sa asem na ba no ngofo kan. Nya ndisi fo na yeka. Ye ya endi before na yeka sa. Ah ye ni sa asem na yeka no so eni nyina so bia. Any names as American. Any Nasodia. And why are you saying that? As I am people as I will pay. See, I did call me Besha once. Now, Casse. Yendi Kono Yakan for party. Until you see media anymore. And ye. The community anymore. And ye. Nasa wono yami wa dum nasa de partnership wonsa wodi ma kosema koye campaign ama bodi ma konkremofo adusho akoye campaign untimi o ushafo and kwasema wo mu so ne se ye MPP fo ye kan ye hubom se bibia nie enye mu yakan wo bom nyina wie no ye ka se kopetumia ye ho odin no yakan wo bom nyina wie no ye ho odin no ko amfati mu ne mai Abredi abegoni bia no ehia floating voters omo a ase omo ni MPP omo ni NDC sanko fo ni ehia mama mabeka ho mabeka ho asa na tumi na ba ewiemufo a kire ye say yen MPP fo ya ho odin pa wo Ghana ha no about 46%. NDC fo omo 44%. This 46% no se wan konya 5% ameka ho a omo you can win. So Kufour bi aba na say wa hye da so eja to fie na say fie dere so party no nya ko no nya ko to won sa afre no omma eni tina sa ansem no aye kam busuafo o say ejai kra o say ejai kra because amoye en wi mu American say teams na ye eni ma be ye nan ena o nyina aka say minti ne mai abaya to ne yenya idi kai no omo say mframa ifia bonten be boy frama be ne be boy COVID-19 ne Russia ni Ukraine wo yedi susa so pa boni be ebre eno ka ho ena ma isika sem ye basa ibi a chire no edi e ho popo IMF data bon so to yeso wo ne ma bebre ho nti afei aban no Kufour ado aban so obeya ne mapa o free senior high ne hunu bi da one district one factory one village one dam planting for food and jobs kani mani nyina akwan ya no wo ye ene ye be the room wo Antwerp the far Kenyans nini mua besi aboaso ne beja me fa mu hono mo ye pa no ne kwa ne nya kra enna mi be na me fa so ntie ba na me se o de bisa kwa no de enye o mu me mfa ho ado so ya ye na me suro because I think November ana se October so November ene Dr. Bawumia be fa mu wa ne kwa no ne nya kra ye fa ho nyina no mo bisa ye mo ka kire se mo hwe kwa no ti me ba na me suro ana ya wo mo ni ntemo ho no so ya ye kwa no ye mfa so ye fa so bisi ana me ni ya se se ni aye no na nsem ho baby na me fi nkran na me be sia ko biposo suta biposo ye duru asankare na mo ka kire se ye mfa mu ho the quality e de ko ya ye kwa no me se isa ye fa mu ko duru ho e ko fa atwea ko si e ho na me se aka ba bi kakra bi be 1 kilometer bi bipo no so e na o mu so I was proud the Jamaican said Kufour do aban no be ye nyema pa nanso aban no so nyema kakra kakra bi ko so a no kra yentimi anya ni ema e bi ho bo ban se sa ne mana o mo keka nya no kra no communicators no na na ayi bi ne apele bi Ghana e ka se ihu moto bi ne gu mo ni so obi anka bi dia party no mo obi anka bi dia na amana yese propaganda NDC for yere no kre amana yese no kre ti abanu mo so ni ma kakra ni ya de yi lebi no nyira eba bebo a e mo ya hye no so Ghana for so ai minister for finance no ono waka ho bi na ama ene ma mo ya hye mo nyino se be yi no se nyi no Your politics also no. Ghana any market get you. Perception. Anybody woman nibu. Why we no responding to you to me in December. And eventually when Nanado finance minister no. Na so ya bramo. Ti amamu no kakra that is the second thing reports me no nyina kan reports no emiensa no ade a etoso miensa o kan ye se edi yenya ye party no nsumu nsem ye back party no se abato beduru obetia ne se ye se o police station fo bi ye yi o ma free album mu man tibi ma hunu bi akra Energy Assembly say. Richie Abome.
Wow. Taken as a result of one single and now one aircraft accident, compared to on a daily basis, even as Yekasano pay 267,000 kilometers square.
If you even wanted us to discuss this, I saw Katam say, Franco, I want us to discuss this kind of topic. I didn't hear topics where you tell me to go and learn, do research, and come for the show. You have a hidden agenda and diabolic intention. That's the way say diabolic intention, right? I didn't get them. Oh, person, man focus. Oh, it do just a JFK assembly. Franco, I didn't hear you. I give you the opportunity to say what you want to say. Oh, yeah.
Now, picture on. Osha, Ghana map, no. And a blue, by be a blue than the MPP, North East and attack to be. And a Santa region, and a Eastern region. And Tusha, upper west at 10 green, upper east at 10 green, Savannah 10 green, northern at 10 green, Oti green, Bono East green, Bono green, Afro green, Western region green, Western North green, Central green, Voter green. And I could just send a picture to one. Say still maintain. You maintain could you?
At the house, I'm still maintain.
And I you call for my or say new direction from 137 MP to 88.
Last easy. Franco. Mean that be a man for me caso move to vote Franco Nyabuto. One. I'm here. What do you mean, Casakrabi? Don't bring or present any candidate to me. I'm telling you. What for the agro? What for the agro? So also interest. So wait and can't mean so interest. Man in Nuho.
But Mobile my head Jatansu.
Me say man in Nuho.
Now frankly,
Massa.
Me say. C'est most in Zambia. Yeah, for JFK man.
Watch it.
Frankly.
Jeff
Oba bede.
Oba Jeff Kenen no bisa no.
Oba bede. Most Santo
Oba Jeff Kenen no bisa.
Oba bede. Adano okoje Ken.
Okoje
40 billion.
Okoje Ken 40 billion wey.
So or the kwako right.
Okoje Ken 40 billion wey.
Why
do you always put the young guy to a certain kind of corner?
I do not say they convert Ken be 40 billion.
Ano okoje.
Now how okoje.
Ken dey come on man so na okoje. Choose your words carefully. Yes am na how there's two different what am now can say different statement. Don't go there at all. Oka so kwakwaje ya. As and the duress we say credit one on this can finish them. Kennedy willingly give it to them. As a matter of meba. So reframe your statement.
Okay.
Choose your words carefully.
Meba. And the can't one and this guy come on.
Lasisi.
Franco Hater.
Me say, I want to reacquaint. Me say, Justin Kodianko can't be on face Kamanu.
No, it's got
Lasisi.
No, it's got.
And this is more power. If they are going to do in party activities. Now more financial so person or donate and also this cab or sponsor will be no catch us there. For questions so togum. What are you telling me this particular?
This is MPP and the just the people who you will scale party
What's about choose your words carefully. What's it your Okwajiska?
Frankly,
Canadian willingly gave it to them. So why?
Under my new leadership, no. As in Kwana near Babaji MPP. It's your party, one could be say, and now Santa Reggie, any party.
Maybe MPP.
And me say, maybe Kawasam ye, Messi MPP. Our boss, ever dear Java.
Somewhere when I'm seven pen. What is that adjective? Boss, what is adjective? Boss
party? Jeff, Bob party.
Una we had for that answer.
If you know for party,
Sabla Sisi. What kind of words are you using this particular?
Yeah, for party. He's the youngest. And
Damboto was the youngest secretary. He won power for the NPP. He was the youngest secretary for the New Patriotic Party. He was able to capture power for them in 2000.
He was born
in
He was born
age doesn't come in. Age also Yakra. Massachusetts West Coast Yakra. Obi 18 years. Is he not mature? Obi close to a lawyer. Is he not mature? What kind of words are you using?
It is adult part of the party of
that is what men are using this. So Yakra.
Peninian way.
That's easy.
Peninian.
I didn't way.
Now the MPP. Franco, baby MPP away. Open.
One person.
Party account.
I have persuade so person.
We new and that's your Malquanse. Believe the MPP over. The MP. Yeah, Malquanse believe the party over. The Jeff Guy party. 88 MPs. 88.
Why do you single him alone? Why?
He's
why do you sing him?
Who is Jeff?
Who is the party chairman?
Who is the party chairman?
Who
is the senior? The senior administrator of the party. Who is the senior administrator? Party chairman.
Who's he? As my make it. Could you win this election with ease?
Where?
Young first come to so.
Where?
Me say, open me, you'll be a funny come to so. Me say, could you win this election?
MPP go groom.
What's that?
MPP go groom.
I say go groom.
Now, Obi. No, campaign message.
If you get to the bridge, you know how to cross it.
Na se could you me when sergeant secretary we are be more.
Who are about me?
Na case MPP.
Nipa na want to camp me penase me respect no.
And yes sir, Franco.
Me tete na me so make catch nipa na want to camp na person be general secretary no.
Me general secretary. Me dia flag bearer.
And I do some me
me dia flag bearer.
All this some we actually.
Me say me dia flag.
Na mo na kwa na eba.
Na na say MPP.
Anya me. And so make count answer. Me say. Obi say me we actually on. Nya mo na kwa na eba. Hey, we meetings are we nyina association mo amudi mu nko ka say minim. O ka say minim.
Na some do bring it on. Some do be to Jeff.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Say they go far we be to John Board say the 160.
E ho na ya ogan. E ho 7 no. E wiase sa na tie. And the truth is not against you, don't feel pain. Cadet and time. What you nyina what na we nyina ye inherit enemy.
Debio. And jana mu dwan no.
And mu ja. Me be kai oda me hu say Jeff ke wo mpena se bra. And da na fa me fi ahye fe ma na me no ba. Ye do awunaga da to de ka kire. E ho na ye fi hu na mu say wo. Adwe kita ofa Jeff ke hu nya ya adwen bone wo a wo tie. Me ba. Ye do ayi o ti o ko bia de na infisu so me ntwa ba na man say general secretary ne ntwa madon bo adu na me say yo
na me
na wo ka chems o
me wa
wo say
na infisu so ah na infisu
so party chairman man ko pay the party chairman
wo say
so
party chairman na ho na eba
wo say
ho na eba
mani ni ruwai
ho na eba
mani ni ruwai
wo do me wo do me kwa kwanda
do you know one problem I have with
you? Yes, tell me.
You know one problem?
No, tell me.
Maybe in your eyes, Woon to me is not popular. Maybe Woon to me can also win this election. Don't go with it.
Woon to me.
What no problem? Who problem?
Woon to me.
Who no problem?
Now Woon to me call less na Kufour and Chichi man for
answer. Who
and na Kufour no.
Who problem ola sisi?
You can't drop one message.
I have been
some message. What the party of opposition about bemu. Now Woon to me there. Asante record on the seas. Baby akọ Israha. Odi bia koma moti, odi bia koma nsu, odi bia koma boso. What the Asante akem no akwache. Adanse formula odi akwache. Akrofom odi akwache. Woon to me no message you. John Board there. Anya hwe as the national organizer or after general secretary was my 160 nice
and what I about we is on
I got the can let's year and
it is a 9th of August
yes
2025 obia all should be a more date we need time to tell me it is not an easy election for Canada Agyapong Mahmoud Bawumia other country don't joke with it. Don't be complacent.
Yeah, da. Messi, yeah, Mupa, that you. Now, Bawumia, what is a codia? Only message.
That's easy.
Bawumia,
do you know your problem?
Messi Bawumia.
Do you know your problem?
Adabio.
Do you know your problem?
You
are overconfident.
I fear Brana Champo, quite a Bawumia.
Hey!
I fear Brana Champo message.
Yeah.
Now, Bawumia message.
Last season,
I found the crew for about and come for the finish. Hey, when you are called Bawumia, I Kufour Kenata. Things fall apart. Friday on Saturday, the Bible. Bawumia, a quite sorry to come for no.
I'm here 31st, no. Maybe hospital never be. Me, you are too overconfident.
Franco, me.
Don't be complacent. Don't feel and think say it is an easy content.
It is done deal. I done deal. Miss a dandy.
I babu he never go inside the free asem no. When be ya? Oh mami another una kasa me. Mami come asem you. Atiefo min kan bi da say it is a dandy.
Bible. Oh he ne be so ana ko di nkunu. Mon kam sa hene no.
To mami kasa bi.
Miss me ko di nkunu.
One some I can choose your words carefully.
Dandy na over everyone I say they are over everyone.
Me say you have a lot of work to do. Don't be complacent. Don't be overconfident. I'm repeating it for you,
Franco.
Hey, I don't work as a man. I didn't tell you come.
Carry on.
More camp, no problem.
Camp. I mean, Suba. And you camp Suba.
Me say, don't be overconfident.
Okay.
Don't be complacent.
Okay.
But be the net do them catch us. It is now or never. Fuck. It's not a matter of fucking. It's the matter of convincing people. It's the matter of campaigning. It's the matter of preaching your product to the people to understand. Where the man, take example say. What my chapter could not say 1 Ghana city because it's a bad product to them. When make can say 5 Ghana cities, so because you witness for on better. Can Agyapong has a lot of things. I will make Jinas what cannot watch media tone. But one more me no be a castle which you say, don't be overconfident. Don't be overconfident. This is Ghanaian politics. Don't joke with it. Too overconfidence.
I've won the lesson already. I've won it in spiritual and physical.
Hey, La Sisi,
Franco.
I don't pay data biana.
Franco, me say, me can't say my mentor for me.
La Sisi, what pay data biana?
Franco, me say I win every.
Ma win about we
win every.
And Munya campaign.
Can't you see they are struggling to lose?
One man is struggling to lose.
I fall.
One man is struggling to
DM before.
Hey,
can't you see they are struggling to lose?
La Sisi.
Now, and that Bawumia campaign at Stage Mamunya and see you.
One problem maybe. Would there be a Minubena problem? Who said was addressing the park right now? Said was addressing the park and I don't even. Sorry, remember, so was addressing the park. Said was addressing the park right now. So because say, Kennedy campaign, say Shabula Sisi Kura Wuma. How are you going to feel if the person give this kind of adjective?
A campaign that will be managed by MPs, J, Council Chairman, an ordinary communicator. Do you know the strength of the person? I know her. I know her.
You know her, say.
Do you know that she was formerly working with the Archbishop?
Another. Said did you fairness when you spokesperson in Kasafamana? You know and
I know your strength.
Maybe.
I know what you can do.
And they are the strength of the person who know, but outside your own jurisdiction, they know the strength of the person. Address people well. Give them a certain kind of respect when you address them.
Yes, a bushia, a memory. I'm to call the Akunyana called your mamma.
I don't know who for baby as how bad.
Franco, me say.
That is a 176 from you.
Home sem. A new swore campaign. My dear, can Agyapong win the 31st January 2026? And lock.
I wish Agyapong win, but he
has won already.
Oh,
that's what about you.
La Sisi.
Can be more than 70%. Me say can be more than 70%.
What you gonna have?
Metia.
Can be more
than 70%.
What you gonna have?
Can be more than 70%.
La Sisi.
Me say can be more than 70%.
Yeah, sempa.
Me say, hey, che, Brian kwa benye bi ache Bawumia. Brian make full surprise vote ache Bawumia. Na Bawumia dey share the message say.
Me no nam nya no bi wa wuni.
Me say Brian
sankari misano wani bi ye pa.
Brian
kame fan say net
Bawumia or say could be a message.
And who the all Casanas one for could be as my moment in Casa.
That's all me and
the could be a contestant as a flag bearer.
What's it?
As why you care for flag bearer flag. Why do you still roping me? Why?
Me just
why?
Abekronsa.
What's it?
Abekronsa.
Makadon bodu asamwa.
What's it?
Makadon.
John Bodu can. John Bodu not true can because John Bodu am a power da.
Nipa ba kwa galam say okay.
Oh me ba. Obega say ko me power cry. Eh power na efefe. So Obega galam say, "Hey John Bodu wo ye on the share galam say site na now o my power." I actually be on your galam say Nana
mate wo say mo ba win by 70%. Ma win ye
ya wie.
And if you know campaign.
Oh, that's the make us about
oh, there be the work idea, work it data, work it empirical research
campaign.
Mama never gave a percentage. Would you know mama a percentage? Says 70%.
70%.
Ah, La Sisi.
What about Sobia?
70%.
70%. And the
what 70%?
Ah, what's it?
What 70%?
Na Kufour wanya close to 90%.
What's it?
90%.
La Sisi.
When the party for Kufour.
La Sisi.
Mama nya say.
Meba at that material moment. at that material moment. Now, if you look at Alan, America catch us Alan, or no, on feeling call for the woman or Baba could be probably few money, so people had issues with him. Okay, I mean, cancer. This is going to be one of the most difficult contests. We won't say easy.
As a back up and that's how you see it.
I didn't hear Casa won't be accommodated. No, I say, you come as my own to me accommodated.
Okay, me too.
See me. Oh, Casa may say, from where I sit, it is going to be one of the most difficult contests. Agyapong can only win, whereby there's hard work.
I would say for Franco that may encourage him would be video in my bar. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, none of us here. It's in the Maya and the campaign. You got consequences check. And the barbershop son and the executives. Former MC and the former executives, Council of Fairness and Education. Yet the Yura and the coordinators in what part of the human. If we are the coordinator about the Casa specific intermediate and the Mama Yura coordinator. That's the now, yet the campaign about the Shadow. Last year, about the way I did but sincerely, Chairman, since we didn't say percentage say that you never Bawumia 90%. Coordinator is Chirato has 90%. And the former chairman, Miriam, I'm former executives in India, or more active former DC, they have to be a word. Dr. Bawumia and election and once a Mama Mikasa. Now,
no data in favor of Bawumia.
So it tells you there is a problem, they have to fix the problem.
So I didn't see a man. Is it partner who are here? Nicron focus to
one partner, you do a no more because if you look at the president and the government, Nankasa, and the party, egoism, very arrogant, munipa. Walk out some that you know say do what I'm to me for certain man jandam journalists in Sanama. Kufour exhibited egoism. I'm what a do by bit me to catch him for some catch him. Hey, mon sorry. One casa was or he'll be answer what woeful. Was Suma greater carried minister Henry Court Yamanako. Mabaha not obey your call, oba your call. Or your bonus antim. And the president hypocrisy, one can once. Or more trouble, more quabby. It was one for some trouble. Sally said affected the NPP. A do by the economy was in shambles, meaning none and also. Hey, what the father from 4.20? Eddie Akuya 17 months. Sassan no more can book for saying, no one by more. So all these kind of things affected them. They are passing product on the banning product, papa.
I put that.
Mamudu Bamia. Ghana for the bomber rejecting. Right down the castle, so go and check. Country behind you are vice president. When I buy no president in Koba, a blue election, no president will take you for about 99%. Do you know why?
No.
They feel and things only taking decisions and policies. And he said, Koye dia and Kebabos, but Koye dia and Koye. Ah, Mahmoud Bamia can campaign saying to one Casani party. Mahmoud Bamia saw betray 11. You brought an imposter, incapacitated MP to parliament. Kwajo upon commas, Senya a year and come to banker, you have treasure no crime 100 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, Bawumia.
But my son catches a bomb between. Till a bomb between. Messay, Koram, the cat was a bet in Haram. Mahmoud Bawumia Kwa. And it means no catch was at the MPP for some more about to discourage the youth from doing better. Now, the cat was homophobia, you're from GSM. Omako Koye research, almost a Ghana, 41.7% of Ghanaians in sports betting. 15,960,000. Ghana statistical service we grew by 1.34%. To Ghana over 15 million in Chabet.
Nipa 15 million Chabet.
And 15 million over
15 million
in a Chabet. Do you know why? There's no job. I do money for what more? Why? When my cat is here, no car for phones or Chabet. Over Srako bed company for Soka Derby. And if you look at the cardinal principle of Islam, a haram.
But Franco, I got to point out Bawumia and now saw them quick or Kwamusun. Did it also affect him?
Media. Now it is NDC for the castle, Mahmoud Bawumia, religious prostitute. Almost so nam Malik Bas entirely. Open the papa no bomb mood by me so sorry ya ukamuni de nyan. Na no don sha kwa sorry dem.
Okay dey.
Me no wa kwa mo bomb pa egu so tonyom the man. Ghanaian politicians always play with the mindset and the conscience of the ordinary Ghanaian. Because when you see Nkenkan, when some cast on here fear, whether we like it or not, religious aspect plays instrumental role in our system.
So, but maybe being a Muslim, wouldn't Christian vote for him?
Imam, Imam.
Yeah.
No, Christian,
no, didn't a Liman.
No, a Christian,
no, a Christian. Or a doctor, Hila Liman.
Or a Christian. I wanted to get that fact first. Or a Christian. Hey, Jack Mamuba man, dear baby. Jack, me say I suffer for no crown. Then a cat was a Barack Hussein, but we didn't Hussein. Hillary Clinton, the man was forced to produce his baptism certificate. Do you know why? Yeah. The name was also a Cameroon. If you go to America, major population is Christopher. I want to ask. Christo ni bene beti makwa kopie mu Iraq so be the president.
No, they will kick you out.
Christo ni bene beti makwa Pakistan. So kwa the president.
Omonti ase.
Meboa. Ghana ha kamuni beti me the president. Dependent on nipa ne se di usiti. Mahmoud Bawumia de so di tro nyam na me kom so a pathological liar.
Nkramfo ko nyini ni.
O say
nkramfo ko nyini.
Ana wo nti wo ye kamuni a. Na anu ada Donald Trump ni about America yi. Was it oba on LGBTQ plus no so. Was it the no transgender in the military? And this is no way Islam ni na say e bia okra mpo we democrat. Pay your cardinal principle in terms of religious aspect no. You vote for him because oya ade a enem som e pepepe. Democrats no so about abortion say me say no man. We democrats ni kwa kasa asade we dey. It is against my religion. Meboa. Enje bia be trouble dem. Ntia me kase. It depends on the person that they bring on board. The person can be a Muslim. See, can be a Muslim. But products on the babon, it's a product in your pepper. Any first who are carrying what Ghanaians are going to vote for him. Where? I tell you this. Credit a compare Agyapong la sisi. Let be a come say, Omo mudi candidate, you politicians. That is what the NPP is trying to fail, they are failing to understand. Go and check. Omo mudi let you know. Omo nya internal NPP fool. Masses nepen, masses. Outside the domain of the NPP, masses nipping. But NPP funds why your mount being say, you must have deal with the money pen and the permit to bomb the power, but they care less about it.
But I say,
Miss Medasi.
I was for the day the Franco the hater, Miss Midi the shy will assist you.
Means church,
Oba Bede,
Oba Jeff Kinnen will be some
Oba Bede, Moses Antoine,
Jeff Kinnen will be
Oba Bede, I don't know what you can,
what you
40 billion,
what you can for the billion.
So on the quack or
what you can for the billion.
Why
do you always put the young guy to a certain kind of corner?
I do not say they come can 40 billion. I
don't come on, man, choose your words carefully. Yes, I'm now can. There's two different. What's now can is a different statement. Don't go there at all. Okay, so Kwakwaje, yeah. As and the duress we say credit one on Kwakwaje's can be finished. Kennedy willingly give it to them. As a man, I know what you are. Neba. So reframe your statement. Okay. Choose your words carefully. Meba.
The can't one and this guy come on.
No more financial so person donate and also this cabin or sponsor. We'll be no catch us today. For questions, what are you telling me this particular?
This MPP and the judge the people could be you will scale party.
What's the choose your words carefully. What's it your Kwakwaje's car? Obi Obu 18 years. Is it not mature? Obi wa close to a lawyer. Is it not mature? What kind of words are you using?
It is adult part of party of our
that is what men are using this. So ya kura.
Na
Peninian way.
Peninian way.
Then way.
Now the MPP. Franco. Baby MPP away. Open.
One person.
Party account.
I have person. So person.
We neutral. And next year my kwanse believe the MPP over. The MP. Yeah, my kwanse believe the party over. The Jeff Kyei party. So the party chairman. Now never. Money in the way. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Do you know one problem I have with you?
Yes, tell me.
Do you know one problem?
90%. Coordinate have structure. Kiraku has 90%. And the former chairman, Miriam, I'm former executives in or more aka former DC. They have to be a young boy.
a country called Ghana. 16 regions called Ghana. If the statistics is there to prove how many accidents do we get on the road?
So we call a kurobiso na nipa ehuchiri womu. Na say yabetenase as politicians. Na you dupu country at the expense of the poor people. Now the choir say MPP for the and by Assam and a Ghana Makafa Ibrahima Enyetru. Let him come and challenge.
I will see a Jumedi the delegates must know. One night Kaisa or party no who there now or showcase government in Numapa or Tinina at Tunuhusu Aye. Or yes, send you money na and Tiernes Emrasu said ni ebedi amanyokuna nimnase ebinumu jinantentenwa ekase on semfata. Eyana omwe mwanwa yipa men semrenu yenkone nkɔhwɛ saa ni video ya na ojijine mu a defend party no na opre epese party no eba power in 2016 yenkɔ nkɔhwɛ saa video yi emrasisi yi kaise we the delegates must know
we na ne wa advice Ibrahim anke beboa wa advice Mahama so anke beboa tie ni hwɛ woni nya asie a we ho se uko ekurobi so na nipa ehochiri wo mu na se yebetenase as politicians na you dupu country at the expense of the poor people. Now the choir say MPP for the and by Assam and a Ghana Makafa Ibrahima Enyetru. Let him come and challenge.
Is he doing cocaine? You
said
it here.
Me say
you said it. I made it. You said it.
Make say Ibrahim eton cocaine.
Okay.
Me say the girlfriend. The girlfriend, the girl, no, I actually cocaine. He can't deny. Has he been able to deny?
Come on.
He has not been able to deny. Near me, person, I like Batu any NDC 40 years. I thought you were going to. What would you control paper with? You're more abaso. Then you come and sit here and defend this.
What's wrong with it?
You are defending this?
What's wrong with it?
Chronofita, I need 220 million.
Come on.
You to me, Equa man could do 410. Obi catcher will say, look, Oni Panoa, Odi anymore. Credibility is very, very important in all business dealings. Yes, credibility is very, very important. And it's a nipano or create bad a year, yapan crachino. Next only go deal. Then I catch us an office in the poor of no ye. A dear to your pen. And maybe Musi, your friend say, saloon. What you say, a dear to your pen.
IFC loan.
Good. So much now. Now I'm really done on my home. Now I need 220. It will cost 510. Abra, you could have gone straight to G.
You carry it and bring it.
How do you carry it? How do you carry it? After 510, after 510,
money flow we are.
After 510, what do you want?
I'm surprised. Will make this statement.
And then you see,
unbelievable.
Me allow
and then you're not helping me at all. You are not. Listen.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, would it? 510
now so time, sir.
And what can you say 220?
Honorable,
you carry it in your head.
Now, who thought 510 was why?
Honorable, 510 was why. One, Alaji say, Monoma bonds and trade for Nepal. Two, Sans and trade for ya.
Same experience or would you? Omo bonds and trade for Nepal.
My address, my monster is your address, mammy. Two, Sans and trade for no more interest in say, Saquano no more penwa. Ghana, Yasamwa, Abedia Himo, Tiki, Center Stage, and lastly, ministry interest, and Yadia didn't know mortal, and build, own, operate, and transfer. Inti, and yes, no pine say,
let me start from the last thing.
I like you, but my casa.
If Adia cost you 220, now, or the amount 510.
My God.
Now, Okachira will say, or build it, operate, and transfer. When a unit costs you 220, it will take you maybe 5 years. If it is 510, it will cost you about 11 years. So there is still a difference that people should know and understand.
What difference?
The difference is
5 years and it didn't work.
5 years. You have to 220. And now, Jenu Lukotono, and we're building to operate and transfer. obetimi issue hypothetically 5 years to
pay off
then sika and as adianko 510 so it will take you more years.
Why?
Yeah, because the cost.
Or you pay higher within that short time.
No, it is not true. No. You are making a wrong assumption.
Alaji.
You are making a wrong assumption. You are going to produce 250 megawatts of power and sell it to Ghana.
We are talking
at a rate accepted.
We are talking
of cost. Cover that 500.
We are talking of cost.
So what are you talking about?
Alaji. Money is money. A business now. Yeah.
Alaji. We are saying that a business. I'm telling you, who's starting?
Alaji, you are putting up. I just said clearly when you're good.
You are making a wrong.
Let me explain to you.
Alaji,
have patience.
Thank you.
Adia you 220 million.
Yeah.
And Adia you 510 million. Okay, say build, operate, and transfer. Nature say una be see Adia no. Ube on for certain number of years. Then you give it to the government.
Can pay.
So I'm telling you, say, Adia 220, the number of years are would be taken. And less than Adia. Uber 510 million.
Any simple logic.
Any logic. Any logic. Any logic. You don't even know what is going on. You don't know it.
What do you mean by
220?
Yes.
220. Plus all ancillary costs.
Alaji Bature, me pacho, honorable me pacho.
Don't say.
Honorable me pacho. Alaji, minimum power, but any idea we are to be frank with you, many injuries.
So guilty. Guilty.
Obia one a time. By the way, I was seeing it's like.
I'm even shocked. No. I'm even shocked.
What's the
How do you say 220 for 5 years? So if it is 510, it's 10 years. How do you make that?
No.
That's what you say.
Alaji. And you team was 7 honorable Becca, and I'm a boy.
We are talking about facts.
What are the facts? Figures now about out 220 no can was. Is it not part of it?
It's a fact.
Is it not part of it?
It's a fact.
So, or making analysis based on.
But when he says 10 years, and then
economists, what say, all things being equal, allow him to make his analysis. Who will be people from? You have your way.
I'm sure that your viewers will even be disappointed with you.
No. They will be rather disappointed in you. Alaji.
What is this logic? 220 for 5 years, 510 for 10 years. What have you said?
Alaji, you don't simply know.
Awusia wei ene dwumaso ene dwumadenden ene dwumakase a onobo Kennedy ohene Agyapong oyede bua NPP amanyoko emane ba aban mu enti ene se waye ni.
How many accidents do we get across the nation, regional level, district, metropolitan, even in the city? I claim lives. How do we even treat that one? How do we see that one? Does that mean, say, accident, carnage on the street, gory accident here, gory accident there? In a year all long, Ghana in Africa, I've always said, Ube in Nigeria film because of the size and the numbers. But averagely, yenya accident, almost every other country. And say accident about for the first time. And your first time, I think said there was a history or certain records to say, since 1972, yenya 4 military accidents. Nyamini ediniye, aircraft, machine, NMUM, airport, yenya any major crash. Nyamini ediye, flights are Air Ghana, yenya major crash. Nyamini ediniye, Côte d'Ivoire, Moma experienced a major commercial aircraft, which was Ethiopia Airlines some times ago. Equator, Abidjan Beach Hall. Several countries on the continent, Egypt, or experience be. And one would say, among ourselves, a year dear and a bang, but helicopter accidents, AC, America military, Australia military, UK military near that day. Yeah, any bigger scale because of say any commercial jetting. What is this? Your mom pie say BNC, but we can also say the country cannot be fortified. Say indefinitely say be a incident be it is a Emma. The idea is say Ubia some person Emra no so and I insi so. That is where we are now. Now, young say And then you bit me advert. And then the accidents neighbor. One, machine itself, the technical capability, technical ability. Machine itself, the maintenance culture, the Air Force itself, sign almost service machines and yes, the human error that could also trigger on a part of any pilot. There's also another side of it as a human error, the experience of also a pilot in terms and at the time or no pilot in any crisis. And also comes to bear because your pilot to be also have fly 38 years, 40 years in the air, or celebrity is from a single incident. And also it has to do with experience, it has to do with the machines we use here. In the case of the urban, maybe worry, enemy disturbances, and say, we can reverse the entry as a country, but when an accident of an aircraft occurs, the next thing that comes on the mind, our mind, is the safetyness of the other and the future for such thing to happen. Yanka safetyness, yanka safety no wasem. That is my biggest concern. You're addressing the issue, the root cause of the particular accident. Yeah, sadly, we cannot. But we cry the M11 as I am say, Yinya sofu bianca say, or call a hokra kunyani womu. Said in the case, Yinya yaba, yes, sister in your baketwa. Your friend, your friends, Ebony, we are. Where I say, I didn't go too much of Yinya sofu sumka kunyanin. Castro incident by where I say, you huna, ya confirm, I say, ye jidis wound, Yinya sofu biso consume Saku Yinaba. But we dear, thank God, Omentimi Obian cancer. But now back to the issue of rhetorics. And the issue of technical people who supposed to be speaking on the issue of this accident. Yentesa technical side. And in the media who y'all said, to me, I would say, the Ghana Air Force, they've really, really disappointed me. And I believe so as many other Ghanaians. And of course, clearly, the Air Force commander must come up. He must really set up. He must really address the issue. It should not take, excuse me, a politician be or baby. They can talk about the political side of it. They can talk about, yes, the emotional side of it. They can deal with the death side of it. A military is defense. They are the defense of the nation and they defend the country. Personnel. It is a problem about defense side that all of us are in jeopardy, all of us. Because aircraft, you are soldier from Ghana Army. I've been to an aircraft in Muda. But some helicopters, Ghanaian politicians are the military, na ye Omadiano. I repeat, sa aircraft na ye friend helicopters na Ghana Army Armed Forces will use. Woman ye perfect politicians. Ye the fafunu e the north eko Kumasi eko bebia ye the ye nyina in the good name of politics inti hono na assembly ni say e den ne bitimi the problem naba ye benya a very bad communications from the radar control or flight control tower say wo betima kasa flight ayira flight ni yira wo hin flight ni yira breben e bibe na hu say flight na yira na himfa na be suspect say na flight na ebewo at the time unya notification say ira flight ni ira 912 now see 2 year na 912 ye kasa flight at take over that is the time we free landway no so an tarmac we you need tire free so wa pagani mu eno na all the time enye time or ye na dwen say or call oboase adanse na adanse nemum at that time no 912 na schedule time in the 912 no take there be technically aviation records no 912 your time no apagani mu awie inti yanhwe time de beto was a flight na yira inti prat ni yira ye no wo just skeleton news just like that why na ka say military spokesperson I stand to be corrected if the name was not mentioned. say captain or so squad knows or whoever Veronica Ajo say Ghana Army or Air Force has lost their helicopter, which is a dancing bound. Me pacho, some message no they ban. Is that how to deliver a message in such crucial circumstances? It comes with details. It comes with times. It comes with records. Because Ghana Kotoka International Airport, Air Force for Nomudia. Ghana Civil Aviation was a manager of the airport. Kenya Ghana Police. And you what the unita or control the airspace of Ghana. Flight, Friday say, control towers, radar tower, tower. Yawo omsuna control. Let's get the impression say. And ya only Ghana aircraft na ye namho aircon helicopter non. As we speak now that we are talking, there could be over 100 or 50 or 60 aircraft, passenger aircraft, all fly the space of Ghana. Ghana is not in isolation. We're international partner of the airspace. Into flight to be HM, Ako Nigeria, and will feed the other side, Sahel neighbor, over Ghana. The same thing a flight to be America from somewhere in Asia. But you're saying,
oh, Missy, near Okanyana, no, songs of Mayanga, Okan consider aircraft, no, then no
make up say aircraft net two, then yes, yeah,
young baby for
aircraft net two, yes, yeah, military say. Uhune aircraft time ma military eda omu website say aircraft na irano na aircraft na share wi enti investigation and the bem yehu dey see. Thank God some of us raised the issue on my platform say aircraft ira dey kan ho asem black box na dey mdi hu ya any say in the future nyame masa bi mabiem but Air Force man emphantom team say helicopter ira ya the helicopter na hwehwe say helicopter top format ya the helicopter and the koho Mihu, as we speak, say Yamfa Ghana Air Force, parachuters, paratroopers, and the army, uncle coding up. Emma, a fine set, and then investigation, a bit reveal Timamu for 1 year mohono, at the area, a course of sun, and not the any be, a coffee bibi. Now,